Mic check, mic check. Back again, FP2. Right, watch this. I'll try and do this seamlessly. You ready? I'll try and do it seamlessly. Ready for this? Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is Friday Practice 2 ahead of the 2022 Hungarian Grand Prix. Did the intro work? What are we saying? Was the audio distorted or what? Because I'm trying new things on the channel and yeah, let me know. Right, let's switch on to the right channel now. How was it? Did it work? What are we saying? Experimental game, this. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Obviously, this is FP2 starting in about 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, it wasn't distorted. Get in there. We're winning. Right. Okay, live timing's on. Okay, we're rock and roll with the real intro. If I can get that seamless. Mate, boom. We're on. How we doing, everyone? Anyway, how we doing, Chris? How are we doing, Ernesto? Welcome into the stream. Obviously, FP1 was a bit early for you, I imagine, Ernesto. Would have been like a 6 a.m. thing, but welcome to this one. Sounded good. Get in. Welcome in as well, Tax. Right, headphones on. Let's go. Don't need the Xbox thing on anymore. Switch that off. And yeah, we're good. How are we all doing anyway? Who's up for a bit of FP2 in Hungary? All right. So, what was the main talking points from FP1? McLaren looked quick. Norris was top 5. Oh, look at Sebastian Vettel's lid for this weekend, like a Lego, looking like a Lego set. It looks cool. That. Yeah, Vettel number 5. Right. I'm on meds. Yeah, I know, Chris. I hope you're holding up anyway. Hey, Chris, there might be a bit of a gin night tonight, lad. Get yourself in. Right, anyway. We're a couple of minutes and Ted is in the pit lane. Go on, Ted. Yeah, Dutch fans in Hungary this weekend, yeah. The Orange Army is here. So yeah, the main talking points from FP1 was Norris looking quick. Mercedes, I think, had both in the top 5 as well. They looked close. I think Russell only a couple of tenths off Sainz's fastest lap. So Mercedes looking better than they did in France in practice, if FP1's anything to go by. But we'll get more of an idea now with FP2. Ferrari good. Yes. Ferrari good. Williams bad. No, Ferrari do look strong. But Red Bull near enough matched them, you know. It was pretty much neck and neck between Ferrari and Red Bull in FP1. They were kind of like, you know, Sainz would go 2 tenths quicker, then Verstappen would go 2 tenths quicker, then Leclerc would go 2 tenths quicker, then Verstappen would go 2 tenths, and they kind of went like that for the entire of FP1 right until the very end. Actually, they were setting quick lap times. But yeah, they'll get into more of the long run stuff now. And it is a warm afternoon in Hungary. I think it's up at like 33, 34 degrees. And we're underway. We're 10 seconds in. In fact, what I didn't have in the first session was green flag. We are under green flag. I'd never put that on the screen. But yeah, we are underway. And we've got half a dozen cars out on circuit immediately. Look how burnt the grass is and everything. I was saying FP1, I saw a picture on Twitter of like the surrounding area of Hungary, like the fields and everything, and how lush and green it was last year, and how dead it looks this year. Such has been the heat. I've even seen in other Grand Prix, they've sprayed the grass green, like they've actually painted the grass green in other races when it's been like this, just to make it look a bit better. But they've not bothered with that. They've not got the green spray paint out. The grass is just dead. It is what it is. Doesn't really matter anyway, but it just shows how hot the weather's been. Sweating like mad. Codeine and morphine battling each other. Jesus. Hey, best of luck, Chris. I hope you're feeling better soon. I mean, if they don't make you feel better, I mean, Jesus. You'll be off with the fairies tonight, you. You'll be out with the fairies. Oh, yeah, the sector times are on as well. Sectors are working. I thought it'd be sector times that would come up, but it's actually just the colours, which actually probably looks better. I like it. So we've just got, obviously, the purple is fastest of anybody. So we'll see the 3 sector times. Well, not sector times. We'll see the 3 sectors. Yellow is not good, not a personal best. Green is a personal best, and then purple means they are fastest of anybody. So it'd be quite good to follow along, because we can see, like, you know, say someone flashes up with a couple of purple sectors. You know, it gives an idea of that they're going to go quickest. Do you know what I mean? And they don't always show the sectors on Sky Sports, so, you know, adding an extra dimension to the watch along. So I hope you approve of it. Seen Latifi above Hamilton. Oh, damn right. Oh, yeah. Latifi 18th, Hamilton 19th. Sean. Well, I'm about 8, yeah. Hey, I'm not that much older than you, Sean. What are you on about, lad? It's only about 8 years, innit? You need to chill, man. Well, welcome into the stream, Sean. Bit of Friday practice 2 round Hungary. You know, this is what you've been waiting for all week, innit, Sean? Bit of Friday practice. Haas and mechanics messing around in the pit lane with oh, they're having a laugh anyway in the pit lane. Putting a leaf blower to his face. And Fernando Alonso already out there. Fernando Alonso could go well at it. I think he's won a few Hungarian Grand Prix over the years, Fernando Alonso. And if someone was saying in the chat before SHT, at least, that there might be rain tomorrow for qualifying, I'd be up for that. I'd be up for a bit of rain in quali. Let me click that. 22, at least 40. Yeah. Is that how do I look 40? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't look 40. Get out of here. Phone is buffering. I hope it's not me buffering. I know this camera's a little bit laggy because I've got a lot of stuff running and I'm on a laptop. So we're not 120 frames a second, Sean, like you. But it's good enough to stream anyway. Nice track. I do like this circuit. Yeah, nice track. Hiya, Will Rally. How we doing? Is it dry Hungary? It is drier than Gandhi's Sandalmate. Yes, it is dry. It is. The grass is dead. Everything's bone dry. But someone was saying, you know, might be rain tomorrow. That'll spice it up. Your 30s. I'm 30. Well, Hey, this is it, Sean. Hey, I'm 30, you're 22, we've got the same airline. Who's winning? Sky, so you didn't know. Oh, well, listen, I'll keep you updated. I will keep you updated, don't worry. And if I don't keep you updated and I waffle on and I go off on a tangent, this will keep you updated. Yeah. So, we'll get you through. Motorsport Madman channel will, it'll work out. It'll come in clutch. Hey, I tell you what, this is a hell of a place to stand here. Martin Brundle up there. This is turn 5. This is money couldn't buy where he stood right now. Money could not buy where he stood there. It's literally like he's on a marshal's post as they go like 150 mile an hour. They just chuck it in. What a fantastic place to watch Formula One cars that is. I mean, there might be a grandstand behind it, but nobody, not all the money in the world couldn't get you this close. Yeah, there's just a little marshal's post on the entry to the corner. Fantastic. Actually, the lighting is like this golden sort of sunset lighting. It does actually match the picture I've gone for in the background. Like, it actually legit looks the same. But yeah, turn 4, what a play. Turn 4 at Hungary. And they don't want to go too wide on the exit curb. The speed, when they're on a flying lap, the speed they take through there is just fantastic. You know, look, the right track side here is brilliant. Cool track, technical track, yeah, quite a lot of corners and not long straights yet. Yeah, just one corner leads into another, It's a nice flowing circuit, actually. I enjoy it, and doesn't promote a hell of a lot of overtaking, but we always seem to get dramatic races in Hungary. You know, more often than not, the Hungarian Grand Prix slaps. Like last year was, with the wet weather, Ocon won, you know. We're due an unlikely winner. We're due an unlikely winner, like an Esteban Ocon winning, or, Alonso, or someone who doesn't drive for Ferrari and Red Bull. Anyway, put it that way. We are due a bit of an outside winner against the odds. And Hungary can produce that. You know, there's been, in the last, in the last 15 years, there's been, 6 or 7 really good Hungarian Grand Prix. You know, it produces good races, despite the fact that really you've only got, one overtaking spot down at turn 1. I mean, where else can you really send it? You see cars go side by side into turn 4. Whoa, Mick Schumacher nearly spinning. You see some overtaking at turn 4, but you got to be incredibly brave. Oh, you see it turn 2 actually. Yeah, I am fibbing. You get moves into turn 1 and to turn 2 because you get you can turn 2 into turn 3 actually does aid overtaking, to be fair. Because you can sort of go round the outside of turn 2 and that becomes the inside for turn 3. So yeah, you get good racing round here, and I hope we get a good one on Sunday. Latifi win. It's dead cert, Carl. It's an absolute certainty. Latifi for the win. He's overdue a win, isn't he? I don't think Latifi's ever... Has Latifi ever scored a point in Formula 1? This is his 3rd season. No, he has. Yeah, he has. Has Latifi ever scored a point? I don't think he has. When did he start? 2020? I don't know, mate. I'm thinking Latifi's not even been in the top 10 ever. What am I drinking? Oh, I'm just on the juice at the minute. Hey, I'll be on the gin tonight, Sean. And you know which channel. If he does one, I don't know. Maybe he won't. But yeah, Latifi win definitely. Where is Wilson finishing the Williams? Where did I finish in the career mode? Oh, I was well off the pace in my career mode round here. Oh, it was I think it was a wet race, was it? I can't remember. I think I was like a minute behind the guy in front. I was last, and the gap to the guy in front was like 55 seconds. It was brutal. It was awful. Oh, Lewis. Lewis not happy with that. 2 seconds off the pace on the first runs in FP2 on the medium tyre. Everyone on the medium tyre then, except for Alexander Albon up there in P6. He's on the soft tyres. The McLarens are on the hards. The Williams are on the soft. For some reason, Ocon's on a hard set of tyres as well. But it is pretty much medium tyre running. And they're all sort of queuing up to get a bit of space as if it's qualifying, which is weird. But straight out of the box in FP2 then, first 10 minutes. And it's Leclerc on a 1:18.9 from sight. So we've got a Ferrari 1-2 straight away. Alonso's up there in P4, but it's 1.1 seconds off the pace. Leclerc has done a great lap. Can't drink. Oh, you're real. You're real. Sean. I don't want to concern you, Sean, but more often than not, you are ill. I don't mean to bring any alarm to you, but I don't think that's normal. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do to yourself, lad, but you are ill more than average. I'll tell you that. You're gonna chill. You was in hospital. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, you're all right. You'd be on flipping. Everyone's dropping like flies. We've got Chris on codeine and morphine. You're in hospital. Jesus Christ. What's going on to the crew? What's going on to the lads? Got a monkey. Jesus, I hope it's not that, JJ. Ill too. Is everyone in chat ill? What's going on here? Am I ill? Am I ill? What's going on? Are we all ill? Bottas P9. He's not ill. He's on it. They need some points actually this weekend. Alfa Romeo. They've had about 4 races where they haven't scored a point. Alfa Romeo dropped down to 6th in constructors as well. Been stuck on 51 points for ages. I'll be doing all right there, Leighton. Yeah, you and me, Leighton. We'll be doing all right there, me lad. I mean, I might not say that at flipping tomorrow morning, but Friday afternoon, we're calm, we're doing well. Antibiotics, what's going on? Now you mention it, I'm feeling a bit ill. What's going on? You can't catch illness through on a live stream, can you? From one person to another. What's going on? Lance Stroll, boom, P6. Stop the count. I watched a video in between the 2 sessions actually, about Aston Martin with a brand new rear wing that they've got. A little bit controversial, a little bit pushing the boundaries of the regulations are Aston Martin with this new rear wing. They've tried to box it off because the rear wing this year is very curvaceous. It's very, I don't know how to describe it, but last year the rear wings were just like a box, and it's better for downforce that way, but it upsets the air more and creates turbulent air for the car behind. So for better racing, they've got the rear wings that they've got this year. Now Aston Martin have found like a middle ground where they've created a 2021 rear wing, and I imagine if Aston Martin are rapid, they will have a couple of protests on their head. But if they're not, they'll get away with it just like they did with the Aston Martin side pods. That soon died down, didn't it? Aston Martin turned up to a race about 6 races ago with a Red Bull side pod on, and everyone's like, "Oh no, you can't do that. They're copying." They qualified 16th and 18th, and everyone shut up then, didn't they? And everyone moved on immediately. That's how it works in Formula One. It's only controversial if it's quick. Be funeral along. I tell you what, we're all dropping like flies here. But I hope you're feeling better, Sean. You be just take it easy, bro. Same for you, Chris. Take it easy, lads. What's going on? But yeah, 15 minutes gone in FP2, and it is still a Ferrari 1-2. Leclerc on that 1:18.9. I feel like they're on the long runs now. We've got Sainz cutting across the chicane. Replay then on board with Carlos Sainz. Turn 5. Oh yeah, right. The exit, yeah, goes way off. And it's turn 6-7 chicane. Here we go. Replay on board with Pierre Gasly into turn 4. Oh, too wide. You don't want to go that wide over the serrated curb there, or the exit. Whoa, well wide. I wonder if I would say they will. I wonder if you go too wide at turn 4 on the exit, they'll delete your lap time in quali. I would imagine that's what they'll do. That's what they should do. But looking at a few replays, then people going well wide at turn 4. Which, it sounds bad, like they're going wide, but no, you can carry more speed through. So, you've got to be within track limits. And I'd have thought, if they do that in quali, if they do what Gasly's just done there, if they do that in quali, you're going to have your lap time slung out there. But yeah, we've got Leclerc on an 18.9, Sainz on a 19.3, flipping it. He's like 4 tenths behind, and it's Red Bull 3-4. Alonso 5th. McLaren haven't shown the hand yet in this session. McLaren were looking strong in FP2, in FP1, sorry, but they've yet to show their hand in the first 15 minutes of this session. Bottas goes 6th then on a 120.3. So Alfa Romeo at the moment is 6th and 8th. I don't think they'll be there on Saturday afternoon when it matters, though. Albon still in the top 10. Stroll goes P8. Vettel's 5th. Wouldn't it be mint if the Aston Martin rear wing was a beast of an upgrade? I mean, it'd be controversial and there'd be protests left, right and centre, but I'd love to see Aston Martin just rapid now. Vettel going P5. Go on, lad. On the weekend that he announces his retirement. If he can do something special this weekend, there won't be a dry eye in the house. I tell you what, I'll be fully in tears at the end of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at the end of the season. Oh my god, when he's giving his final goodbyes on the team radio and that. Oh god, it's like the end of an era. We still have the McLarens and Ocon. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, the McLarens have not set a time yet, and Ocon, I can't see him, which means he must be 20th, I think. Yeah, Ocon's not set a lap yet. Mercedes 14th and 15th for the moment. Lewis was on the team radio straight away saying, 1.9 seconds and we're on the same tyre, and he was shocked, which is not a good sign. Not a good sign. But welcome to the stream, SHT. I know Hamilton and Russell 14th and 15th for the moment. Obviously, it's early days. Early days in the whole weekend, really, but they were looking good in FP1. Let's see where they end up by the end of the session. But in FP1, I'm sure both Mercs were in the top 5. So I was thinking they look good, a couple of attempts off the pace or whatever it was. I thought, they've got a chance. Here we are then. George Russell, that DRS looks... That DRS looks that wide open. It's almost like too wide. It's almost open too much, that DRS. Looks like it's going to... The wind's going to catch it and flip it completely off. Yellow flag sector 1. What's happened here? Oh. Alexander Albon's off. He's parked up at the side of the circuit. Where is this? Down at turn 1. Has he spun? So Alex Albon's parked up off the circuit down at turn 1. I don't know. Has he spun? He's got it going again. We'll have to see a replay what he's done there. But yeah, he's obviously spun, but he's not crashed. He hasn't hit the wall or anything. No damage. So gets the car up and running, and he's away again. Here we go for a replay then. So Alex Albon, that's turn 1, hits the brakes and just loses the rear end. Does the rear end lock? Yeah, rear locking, and just loses the rear end immediately. Let's see it off board. Oh, wow. Oh, that screech. Wow, yeah, there's just the rear tyres just locked up into turn 1 as he hit the brakes. And it does look nice, that Williams. Just the angle then as it just ground to a halt. I'm thinking, ooh, it looks a nice car. It's a nice livery. But yeah, those tyres... That set of soft tyres will be in the bin. Because that will be like driving on 450 pence pieces. Albon did a rob. He did. Hey, I had a hell of a battle with Albon in that Italian Grand Prix I did yesterday on the F1 game, wasn't it? I don't know if you've seen it, Chris, but the full race I was fighting with Alex. It was a battle for the ages at Monza yesterday on the career mode. But back in the land of the living, back in real life, Latifi spins it. I mean, Albon spins it. Yeah, you were there. It was a good race. I'm just making too many mistakes. That's my problem at the moment. I'm making too many mistakes. I don't mind about the pace being as bad as it is, but I'm just making too many mistakes. Anyway, that's the real life stuff. And it's still Ferrari 1-2, Red Bull 3-4, Vettel P5, Alonso P6, Bottas 7th, and both Aston Martins in the top 8 at the moment. Both Alfa Romeos in the top 9. This is weird. It's all turned on its head because it was McLaren looking strong. But they're yet to set a proper lap, are the McLarens. Russell out on softs and yeah, Russell on softs, Hamilton on the mediums. But now, as you say that, Hamilton onto a brand new shiny set of soft tyres. Look at that. Brand new set of boots there for Lewis Hamilton, out on the soft tyres, and see if he can compete with the Ferraris in terms of lap time. Yeah, Russell up to 4th. Yeah. And yeah, Latifi goes P10. Go on, Nicholas Latifi. Williams 10th and 12th. Yeah, but I mean, Russell on the soft tyre, Vettel and Alonso as well. Sainz, interestingly, set that lap time on the soft tyre, but Leclerc and Verstappen were on the mediums. But yeah, Hamilton really nursing these tyres on the outlap. Wants to take absolutely no life out of them. Oh, is Norris on the softs as well now, is he? Oh yeah, look, purple sector 1 for Lando Norris. On the timing screens, fastest of anybody. McLaren's are slow. No, hold that comment, Carl, because Lando Norris is on a flying lap as we speak. So I think we're about to see Norris go somewhere right near the top. And there he is. And there is Lando Norris on a flyer on the soft tyres in the middle sector. Turn 10. Down to turn 11. Yeah, purple in sector 1, but not a personal best in sector 2. So he needs a good sector 3 if he's got any hope of going quickest. But he's certainly going to be up there. Go on, Lando. Round the last corner. How quick are McLaren this weekend? Could they upset the big boys? Go on then, Lando. Bang! P1. 18.6. Lando Norris goes fastest. Let's go. By 2/10. 2.5 tenths of a second. Go on, Lando. Norris fastest. Get in. Everybody out on track with softs. Yeah, everyone's on a bit of a soft tyre run. Lando went wide at the exit of the final corner there, bringing loads of dirt and grass onto the circuit. Whoever was following him won't be happy with that. But here comes Lewis Hamilton then on a flying lap himself on brand new soft tyres. Bit wide on the exit of turn 4. And he's got traffic up ahead as well. 2 or 3 cars. They've all got to get out of the way. Come on, guys. Russell, Perez and Norris up in front of him. Russell and Perez have got out of the way. Now Norris, but has that put him out? Has that put him off? He seems like he's still pushing anyway, does Lewis Hamilton. Down in 17th for the minute, but surely he's got to improve from that. Bit wide on the exit there of turn 10. Come on then, Lewis. Show what you got. Ooh, he's just losing the rear end there around the second to last corner. Don't want too much understeer. Nice and early on the power. Not as wide as Lando. And across the line for P6. A 1:19.5. Wow. 9/10 of a second slower than Lando Norris. McLaren. I don't know what McLaren are doing here, but they look quick this weekend. McLaren are looking quick this weekend. Hamilton nowhere near that time. Leclerc fastest of anyone middle sector and beats Lando Norris by 2/10 of a second. So it's now Leclerc quickest by Norris. Alonso's gone P3 meanwhile. Vettel's P4. I'll tell you what, McLaren are looking best of the rest this weekend. You know, will they beat Ferrari and Red Bull? Probably not, but they might be better than the rest. McLaren, and they need it. You know, Alpine coming on strong. Alpine have had the beating of McLaren the last couple of months. What a beautiful afternoon it is there in Hungary for Martin Brundle. Just trackside, turn 13. Beautiful. Norris was first, briefly. He was. Leclerc's beaten that now, but still. It's a quick time from Lando Norris. Yeah, Alonso 3rd, Vettel 4th. Amazing. Zhou P7 as well, yeah. It's weird because Alfa Romeo were nowhere in FP1. McLaren weren't pulling up. You know. Yeah, Magnussen P12. They're all lining up again for another flying lap, it seems. All trying to give each other space. It's like a qualifying session, this. Here's Daniel Ricciardo. Not bad being trackside, is it, if you're Martin Brundle here? You know, he gets to stand at the marshal's post right at the barrier. You'd seen Norris in qualifying last week, but the race he lost out to Alonso, yeah. This is it. You know, they're in a titanic battle for 4th in Constructors, McLaren and Alpine. But I tell you what, early signs this weekend show that McLaren have got the edge. There goes Ocon, round 13. And Fernando Alonso. But yeah, we've got Leclerc, Norris, Alonso. I tell you what, I'd take that as a podium on Sunday afternoon, wouldn't you? Leclerc, Norris, Alonso. Imagine that as a podium. With Vettel P4 as well. Sainz is 5th, Perez. Bottas 7th, Hamilton 8th, Zhou 9th, Ocon 10th. Verstappen outside the top 10 at the minute. He get a set of soft tyres on it, lad, and get out there. Oh, Sainz being held up by traffic. Sainz complaining of Nicholas. Yeah, but what can Latifi do there, though? It's just... Yeah, I mean, what Latifi can't just disappear in that situation. You're not in quali, you're in practice, and it's tricky. It's tricky there for Nicholas Latifi to fully get out of the way. It's just wrong place, wrong time. You can't penalise him for that. It is what it is. Lewis looks like he's winding up for another quick lap then. 28 minutes to go. This has gone quick, actually. The first half of this FP2 session has gone rapid. Alfa Romeo, man. Alfa Romeo are 8th and 10th. Ricciardo 3rd. Oh, my God, yeah. Ricciardo's just gone 4th. Right, McLaren are turning up. I think maybe it's a combination of they've bought upgrades, but I think just maybe the circuit just suits the McLaren. Could they upset the big boys here, McLaren? They're looking really good. Yeah, no worries, Ernesto. I don't blame you, bro. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your holiday, Ernesto. This track might suit McLaren more. We'll find out if that's the case in wet conditions. A wet quali. Is that what they're saying? Or are you trolling me here? Because it's certainly dry as a bone today. 33 degrees. But if it is rain tomorrow, which I haven't heard anything about, as we follow Lewis Hamilton round here, looking like he's on the limit, but he's well off the pace. McLaren versus Ferrari. We're going back to 2008, Carl. You know? We're going back to 2007, 2008. McLaren versus Ferrari. Those were the days, weren't they? Nah, it's rose-tinted glasses, that. It probably wasn't that good, was it? But I feel like those were good years. But I feel like I got my rose-tinted glasses on for that. But, you know... McLaren versus Ferrari. Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Ricciardo, top 4. Wow. If it ends up like that, I will be shocked. But there is no doubt McLaren are looking good this weekend. This is beyond doubt now. Alonso up there, P5 as well. Vettel 6th. Here comes Max Verstappen round the final corner then. And goes P4. Interestingly, doesn't... Look at how close Norris, Sainz and Verstappen are times-wise. Norris 118.662. Sainz 118.676. Verstappen 118.728. Wow. It's literally half a tenth between Norris, Sainz and Verstappen. That's fantastic. Perez round the final corner then. 8th. I don't know if he held up by traffic or what happened with Sergio Perez there, but he didn't really improve. Wow, Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Verstappen, Ricciardo. Replay with Lewis Hamilton then, looking like down to turn 11. Oh, locks the inside right tyre. And George Russell then with a replay down into turn 1. What's going to happen here? I predict a lock up. Yeah, a little bit of a lock up front right. George is struggling with their front lock-in into turn 1. Oh, rumour. F1 rumour. Go on, Ted. Ooh, the rumour is that Perez's car wasn't the same as Verstappen's at the French Grand Prix. But apparently the cars are identical according to Christian Horner, so, well, reading that way you will. I don't know, maybe... the rumour mill. No. Hello, Farron. Welcome to the stream. We still have Red Bull. Yeah, Russell only 8th. Yeah. Yeah, Mercedes only 8th and 11th at the minute. Russell nearly a second off the pace. Hamilton more than a second off the pace. Here we are with Pierre Gasly round turn 6. Sorry, round turn 5. This is turn 6, 7 chicane. Haas aren't looking too great this weekend, are they? I was hoping. Apparently, Haas have got the first upgrade package all season this weekend, but it's not paying dividends. They're down there in 15th and 16th, and there was something similar. They were in similar positions in FP1 as well. I've got Mick as finishing P8, so he might struggle with that. With this kind of a pace, Gasly goes 15th then with that. He's not pulling up trees with that lap, is Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly. But Leclerc, Norris, Sainz. Now that would be a good podium on Sunday. Because, you know, I said in FP1, Ferrari need to beat Red Bull consistently now. For the championship, we need a quick Ferrari now every week. We need Ferrari to be the quickest car for the sake of the championship. And more than that, we need them to be reliable. If Leclerc gets another DNF, it's game over, isn't it? He's teetering on the edge now of impossible. I think if Verstappen wins this and Leclerc DNFs, you may as well give it him now. With 9 races to go. You know, Ferrari need to start beating Red Bull now consistently. You know, Ferrari need to come out now and win the next 4 or 5 races in a row and really stamp their authority on it and say, listen, we're not going away yet. We're fighting till the bitter end. And that's got to start with the Hungarian Grand Prix this weekend. And they've got to come back after the summer break and they've got to beat Red Bull again. You know, and then they've got to go to Max Verstappen's back garden. They've got to go to Zandvoort and beat Max in Zandvoort. You know, you've got to have a Leclerc win in Zandvoort. Bang! Then it's game on. Then the last 6 or 7 races become really interesting then. If Leclerc wins here, Belgium and Zandvoort, game on. Other than that, it's a long shot, innit? Leclerc needs Verstappen to drop off. Yeah, Leclerc needs Verstappen to have a couple of DNFs or something, really. You know. But Red Bull looking pretty solid. I mean, you know, Perez has had a couple of DNFs in the last 3 or 4 races, so it's not looking as solid from Checo's side. But as far as Max Verstappen goes, it's looking pretty solid. Get Sainz to drive into Verstappen. That might be pushing it a bit too far, that. That's sounding a lot like Crashgate Singapore 2008, that. And that's not really the way it should be dealt with. Apologies if you can hear a dog barking, by the way. The neighbour's dog has decided it wants to bark at the clouds or something. So apologies if you're picking that up in the background. But still, I mean, this lap by Lando Norris is holding up. Norris being told, you know, be careful on the curbs, basically. Yeah, he's going to wreck the floor if you're going over, bouncing over the curbs. But yeah, this lap from Lando Norris, that soft tyre run in the first half of the session, might be it. Those might be the quick laps, you know. Now, are we seeing long runs now on the hard tyres? You know, Albon out there on the hard tyre. You know, the order now with 90 minutes to go might be the order at the finish. And that's, you know, when was the last time both McLarens were in the top 5? It's been a good while. But yeah, Carl, it might be a bit extreme that getting Sainz to pull a madness like that. It's getting like Nelson Piquet Jr., isn't it? Flipping, banging it in the wall in Singapore. Horrendous. Nah, they just need to beat Red Bull fair and square, which they can. Like, I feel like they've got the pace to do that. They've got the car to beat Verstappen on a level playing field. You know, in France, Leclerc had weathered the storm. Leclerc was under massive pressure at those first half dozen laps in France, and he'd weathered the storm and then started pulling a gap on Verstappen. And then the pit stops came, and he binned it. And it's just one thing after another. If he doesn't bin it, he's setting on fire. If he doesn't bin it and it doesn't set on fire, they mess up the strategy. You know, if he doesn't bin it, it's not on fire. They don't mess up the strategy. Then they're not quick enough. You know, so it's like it's just a difficult situation. Ferrari would have had Monaco. Yeah, what happened in Monaco? Perez was holding them all up, wasn't he? At the end, it was like a 4-way fight for Monaco, wasn't it? It was like Perez, Sainz, Verstappen, Leclerc, wasn't it? In a line at the end. Leclerc ended up 4th in that. He was fuming with that. At his home race. I feel like Ferrari are going to look back at this season at the end of it all, when Verstappen's won the championship by 100 points, and they're going to look back at it and go, we dropped a bollock here. We could, you know. They're going to look back at this season and think, it's a massive missed opportunity. You know, they'll end up with 5 or 6 DNFs each, the Ferrari drivers, and they'll look back at it and go, we had the car, we had the pace, but it just didn't pan out. That's happened before with Ferrari. I think what year there was a year that Vettel was really competitive in the Ferrari. I think it was like 2017 or 18, and they messed it up then. Whether it was Vettel putting it in the wall, you know, I remember Vettel in the wall in Germany 2018, and that sort of put pay to that championship. You know, is Leclerc in the wall in France the same thing? It's like a mirrored thing 5 years later. It's crazy. You know, through one reason or another, Ferrari in the last 15, 17 years, when they've had a car capable of fighting for the championship, which has only happened 2 or 3 occasions, let's be honest, it just never seems to go their way. You know, even like 2010, 2012, Alonso could have, should have, would have been world champion in those years, and it just never quite played out for them. And so it remains Kimi Raikkonen, who is the last world champion for Ferrari in 2007. You've got to go 15 and a half years ago before Ferrari were champions. And they're clinging on. I mean, 63 points is not an unassailable lead. But like I say, Leclerc needs to come and win the next 3 or 4 races in a row. He could do with a Verstappen DNF as well, just to throw that in. And then, you know, and then we got game on for the last sort of third of the season. But I'd say it's getting towards game over, though. It's getting towards game over. it's heading that way. Ferrari did a dodgy stack in the pit lane. Where was that? In Monaco. Yeah, they've done a few dodgy things in the pit lane this season, Ferrari. They've done a few dodgy things. I mean, even look at the last race with Sainz. You know, even that strategy, pitting him with like 8 laps to go or something, it's like weird. Like, why? Like, there's weird strategy errors. And when there's not weird strategy errors, the engine goes pop. You know? And when that doesn't happen, one of them spins off. You know, Sainz has made a good few unforced errors this season. You know, Sainz has, you know, look at Spain, you know, in the gravel, and Australia was a mess. He's had a fair few unforced errors. You know, look at qualifying. You know, he binned it in quali and Imola and stuff like that. And now Sainz, you know, Leclerc as well, creeping in with the unforced error, putting it in the wall in France. It just doesn't quite come together for Ferrari, does it? And they could do with a couple of months. They could do with a mega second half of the season here. But yeah, that was my little Ferrari ramble on. And with 13 minutes to go in this session, as we watch Carlos Sainz. This session's gone really quick. We're already more than 3/4 of the way through it. And it's still Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Verstappen, Ricciardo, top 5. Incredible. Alonso and Vettel just behind them, 6th and 7th. Mercedes won't be happy with 8th and 11th. It's Mercedes are looking a lot stronger in FP1 than they are in FP2, put it that way. All of a sudden, it's back to France settings where they're 9/10 off the pace again. Just as I was getting excited. You know, I predicted a flipping, well, it's called Madman Predictions for a reason, but I've predicted Hamilton and Russell both on the podium. But, no, I don't think so. These oscillations... Verstappen not happy with the car. 3/10 off the pace. As Charles Leclerc gets ready to come out to the garage. Once again. Oh, what's he done there? Oh, the jack's in the way. That is the most clumsy thing I have seen in a long time. They're sending Leclerc out of the garage and they haven't got the jack out of the way, and he crashes into the jack. That was embarrassing. Ted Kravitz has got it absolutely spot on. That was embarrassing from Ferrari. Oh, I don't think he's broken anything. I don't think he's broken the front wing or anything, but that's just embarrassing. Like, move the stuff out of the way if you're going to send the car out on circuit. That was weird. That was a weird one. And Ted Kravitz was right there as well in front of the garage. Even they're laughing in the commentary box like, this is just mad, bro. Here's Zhou Guanyu then on a flying lap down to turn 1. Little bit of porpoising, but it's virtually gone now. It's virtually gone. Ferrari being Ferrari. I couldn't have summed it up better than myself. Ferrari being Ferrari. But can't slate them too much. The first, and you know, they were fastest in FP1, I think, was it? I think Sainz was quickest in FP1, wasn't he? Was it Sainz from Russell? I forget now. But yeah, you know, slate them and all that. But they are looking quick this weekend, as they have done every weekend this season. But it's all about, can they convert it? They need to start converting it into consistent wins. As Karen Chandok says in the commentary box, it is feeling like a Ferrari weekend. It is. It is. You got Verstappen complaining on the radio of oscillations. I don't think I've really seen yet a lap from Verstappen where he's gone bang P1 by half a second and put everyone aside. I haven't really seen that yet this weekend, which has me holding out hope for Ferrari this weekend. Verstappen's not really blown him out of the water, and then the weekends that Verstappen tends to win, it's kind of obvious from the beginning. And I feel like it hasn't been obvious yet that Verstappen's... I guess the corner. So yeah, we're on board with Daniel Ricciardo behind the pedals. The audio's not synced up with the visual here. Look at Norris. I can't believe it. DB choice. I can't believe it, mate. Look at McLaren in general. McLaren can they upset the big boys with someone, SHT talking about a wet qualifying tomorrow? A wet qualifying, a quick McLaren, Lando Norris. Well, I was going to say Lando Norris good in the rain. Forget about Russia last year. Russia 2020, but Russia 21, I mean. But yeah, could McLaren pull a madness out this weekend? They're looking more competitive than Mercedes. I say McLaren looking better than Mercedes this weekend for I don't know how. Yeah, Mick Schumacher turn 4 going wide. I've seen a lot of people going wide at turn 4, and I think in quali that'll be lap deleted if you go wide there. Agreed. Incredible pay. It's out of nowhere. It's out of nowhere. I was giving it the big one for Alpine for the last couple of weeks, saying, "Oh, Alpine are beating McLaren here." Alpine are gonna get P4 in constructors, and then I got the validation of that because they've overtaken them now. They're in P4, so I was like, "Yeah, Alpine are the ones." Bang! We arrive in Hungary. Norris. Bang! P2. Rapid. Ricciardo 5th as well, just to confirm it. So you've not got Norris in P2 and Ricciardo down in 17th. The 2nd and 5th. Looking better than Mercedes. They've got to make the most of it. They've got to make the most of this. We'll see how they do tomorrow when it gets to the real stuff, though, innit? When it gets... Sometimes you see this kind of a performance from a team on a Friday, and then you get into the qualifying, and it's like nowhere. I'm sure we've had like Fridays where we've had like Alonso top 3 and stuff, and then it gets to Saturday and he qualifies 9th, and it's like, well, didn't really play out, did it? I'm sure a few weeks ago, wasn't there a Friday where AlphaTauri were looking quick, and like Gasly was like top 4 or something, and I was thinking, yes, AlphaTauri, then gets to quali 12th, and it's like, what's the point, in getting excited? But I think it is worth getting excited about McLaren this weekend. Surely it's not just a fluke. Here comes Leclerc round the final corner then. I don't think he's going to be setting any major lap times. Yeah, they're on heavy fuel, long run. And those lap times that they set in the first half of the session are going to stick. They'd obviously... The run plan was to put the soft tyres on at the beginning of the session, get the quick laps in, get a bit of qualifying sort of practice in, and then about halfway through the session, get the medium tyres on or the hard tyres and do a bit of a race simulation. But yeah, mad. Interesting team radio message there from Russell to his engineer. He's not happy. He doesn't want to be doing any lift and coast, and I don't blame him. Shouldn't have to be doing any lift and coast. And yeah, look at that graphic on screen there. And people forget this. Esteban Ocon won this race last year in an Alpine. That is not talked about enough. You know, I've said this before and I stand by this. Esteban Ocon is the most underrated driver on the grid. Because he's not a big personality, he's not a big celebrity, he's not... You know, the random person on the street has never heard of Esteban Ocon. He just gets on with his job, he doesn't draw any attention to himself, and he's quick. And, you know, when people say about the next generation, Leclerc, even I do it. I go, next generation, Leclerc, Verstappen, Norris, Russell. And really, I think you've got to add Ocon onto that. I think he's vastly underrated. And look at his results this season. Like, he's consistently top 5, top 6. And he just gets on with it. Doesn't get involved in incidents, rarely. And, yeah. What's going on with Charles Leclerc's engine? That doesn't sound healthy up to turn 4. Or is it just the audio, just the microphone that's picking up his engine audio is once binning? That sounded like his engine was gone wrong, but I think it was just the audio in that camera was well off. Oh, wow. Green screen, pulling a madness on me. I hope that's not been flickering like that for the whole session. I'll be good. But yeah. 2.5 minutes to go in FP2. And it is those lap times from the first 20 minutes of the session that I've stuck. So it's looking good for Ferrari and McLaren. Not looking great for Mercedes. Looking awful for Haas. And looking even worse for Williams. If that sums it up for anyone. But McLaren coming good as Mercedes struggle in FP2. Perez lower down, yeah. Perez P9, a second off the pace, is weird actually. Yeah. Yeah, what's he doing there? What's going on there? You know, that's like 7/10 slower than Verstappen. You know, maybe when they did those soft tyre runs in the first 20 minutes of the session, maybe Perez just didn't hook up a perfect lap, and then that was it. That was time to pit, get the medium tyres on, and do, you know, get on the race simulations and take your time and put a load of fuel in, and the chance was gone. Norris saying, I'm just doing what I'm doing. They're telling him, be careful with the car, protect the car, don't go over the curbs. And he's like, Norris is like, what are you on about? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm out here doing my thing. But yeah, do drop me a like if you have enjoyed the session. I will be back as this session draws to an end. We've got 20 seconds left in FP2. But yeah, I'll be back for qualifying, which is at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So I'll be live 10 minutes before it. 10 to 3 for qualifying tomorrow. And yeah, that's when we get into the real action. The real action of the weekend, where the lap times really do matter, and we'll see if McLaren really have got this pace as the checkered flag comes out now, and Sainz comes around the final corner. It's almost like sunset here in Budapest. From certain angles, it's like it looks like sunset hour. Beautiful late afternoon Budapest, I tell you that. Sainz crosses the line then, so it is going to be Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Verstappen, Ricciardo, top 5. Incredible. But that was an interesting session, especially from McLaren's point of view. This is, Norris will be pulling into the pits there thinking, 2/10 off the pace. And Mercedes will be really concerned with this. Russell 9/10 off, Hamilton 1.1. Bad news for Mercedes, good news for McLaren heading into qualifying day tomorrow. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Drop me a like if you've enjoyed it. If you are a Formula 1 fan, you are new to this channel, get yourself subscribed. I'm live for every single qualifying and every single Grand Prix from the Formula 1 World Championship. And this weekend, Hungarian Grand Prix. Join me for quali 10 to 3 in the afternoon UK time tomorrow, and the Hungarian Grand Prix is of course on Sunday. That starts at 2 p.m, so I'll be live 10 minutes before that for a little bit of build up and then straight into it. So yeah, that's it for the Friday running, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it, and peace out Tax. Appreciate everyone that's joined and everyone that's watched it. I've really enjoyed it. Interesting session. See you tomorrow, guys. Peace out. Norris for the win. Let's go.